Caught in a breakup. I walked in on my girlfriend rehearsing how she was going to break up with me, except she didn't know I'd be home early, and she definitely didn't know I'd hear every word through the thin apartment wall. She sat across from her therapist, voice trembling but determined, practicing lines like "I need something you can give me and it's not you, it's the way I feel around you." The therapist nodded along, barely glancing up from her notepad, like this was just another Tuesday. My heart was pounding so loud I thought they'd hear it, and I stood frozen, listening to my own relationship be dissected and discarded before it even died. When I finally walked in, she didn't look surprised, almost relieved. She told me point blank that she wanted me to join her next therapy session because it would be a learning experience for both of us. I laughed, thinking she was joking, but she just stared at me with those cold, glassy eyes I hadn't noticed before. That night, we didn't speak. She slept facing the wall, and I lay there staring at the ceiling, replaying every suspicious moment from the last few months: late-night study sessions, the sudden flurry of new passwords, the way she started locking her bedroom door when she showered. The next day, I went to the session. She aired out every private detail of our fights, her doubts, even a hookup she had after one too many drinks at a work party. The therapist nodded, scribbled, and then asked me how I felt about the transparency. I couldn't believe it. All of this was just a show, some twisted performance art where I was the only one who hadn't read the script. My girlfriend kept glancing at her phone, barely listening, and I realized she'd already moved on, emotionally, physically, maybe even with someone else. But the twist was, when the therapist finally asked me what I wanted, I couldn't answer. I realized I'd been clinging to this relationship out of habit, out of fear of being alone, not out of love. The betrayal stung, but the real shock was how empty I felt, like I'd been a side character in my own life, waiting for someone else to decide my ending. I walked out of that office, not just single, but finally free to admit I hadn't been happy for a long time.